welcome to All Things Funny. We are on week 5 now of the Comedy Hunt on YouTube, and today we have with us Abish Mathew.
Thank you.
Of Abish Mathew and Son of Abish fame. And we also have with us Mr. Kenny Sebastian of Kenny Sebastian fame. And they are here to talk to us today about branded videos, because that is a challenge that our contestants have as well. So when it comes to making brand videos online, whole different ball game from making brand videos on television, right?
Absolutely.
First question that people ask, especially people who don't know how YouTube works and how branded content works, is why?
Right.
They're like, why are you doing this? Why am I seeing a brand? You're a sellout for doing this.
Yeah. Basically, if you got paid a fair wage for something you did in the world of arts, you are a sellout.
Yes.
Like, the two of you have done a lot of brand videos. So, when it comes to working with brands and making brand videos, I know you used to make corporate films. You've worked with brands on YouTube. What are your sort of key metrics saying these are lines I will not cross, these are lines I should not cross? Because that's the sort of thing that all creators, I think, should have a basic guidebook of.
See, by the end of it, I guess when you're creating content for your own channel, you are putting your thoughts across. So the best way to deal is to just change your perspective. Like, this is how I would look at it. How would the brand want to look at it?
Right.
Now, all you need to do is take the idea that they've got and see how you can fit it in.
Right.
If you simplify it, you just need to look at the start wherein, as a creator, there's two types of brand videos that you can do, right? Broadly speaking, there's integrated videos,
right,
and there is content you create for the brand specifically that will probably not go up on your channel.
Like an example of an integration would be if this is sponsored by someone. The sponsored integration has nothing to do with the storyline. It's just craftfully kept there to say like they are supported by them, as opposed to you're making a video for them.
Like, to give you an example, when we did Honest Weddings, we did an Ola Cabs integration in there, which was just an integration, did not affect the sketch in any way. And we needed a car for that sequence anyway.
You need a car, you could just either get like a regular car and shoot it like a regular sequence, but you have, in fact, because of who you are and the content you do, you have a brand willing to pay you money to do the kind of content that you do. That is amazing. Like, why would that be a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
And people, I don't think
Shut up,
they
sell
realize
out.
I know, sorry.
I want to ask both of you this. Do you think that brands on some level still don't understand the difference between a video online and a television commercial?
I think they kind of forget that online, you're working with a personality more than someone producing something for you. Just like, I think in the Comedy Hunt, you had a competition of just using the kitchen as a location. Treat brand integration like a script limitation.
Right.
Where it's an exercise for you to make it work for your story and not something that's going to hinder you. It's our job as a creator to communicate to them that, hey, I know you want your brand to come across. I'm good at writing funny stuff. A brand, if it likes your idea, it's going to go ahead with it.
Just to add on to what he's just said, because consider that probably the brand doesn't know what they want, or they're looking for a TV execution on a digital platform. The two do not work.
Right, at the end of the day, TV ads and digital content functions on two completely different sort of platforms, which is, one is a television channel ad is being forced down your throat whether you want it or not, whereas a digital content's entire reach depends on why would I as a viewer share this.
The takeaway from that could be that use your personality and see where the brand fits in.
Every product has a personality.
Right.
Every product has the ideal person who used it, etc., whatever.
Imagine if you're part of a digital campaign that, I know this is going slightly off track, but if you're part of a digital campaign that changed the face of a really not cool brand to something really cool, I want to be that guy who does it. Or,
But also, I think you can only
All
take this
massive
call
digital.
if you are very clear what your personal brand is.
Right.
What my brand is, and if your brand is, and you come to a middle ground.
And as far as ethics are concerned, I don't think we have anything against Quicker, Micromax, 5-Star, and
Royal
Garnier,
Challenge.
Royal Challenge. All great brands.
They're fantastic.
I love the series.
Really, really good brands.
energy
Royal Challenge, their latest CD is really good.
Yeah, like मैं कल रात को 2 सीढ़ी मारा, मतलब
Seriously.
amazing.
उसके बाद ड्राइविंग किया ना तूने?
आज मैं
नहीं,
सुबह
party
उठा
hard
तो वो सीडी पूरा मेरे हेड पे था यार, मतलब
insane series.
Put your Micromax phone on silent?
Yeah, I have. It automatically goes on silent.
Oh, when it realizes you're in the middle of the shoot, it goes on silent.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you know what my favorite
smart
kind of
phone.
hotel is? A 5-star.
Oh.
Where did you find it on Quicker?
I would give it a 5-star rating. What?
Okay, great.
Hey, where do you live? मेरा घर near है.
think you did a great job on that with a video that you did for HP, if I'm not mistaken. Can you set it up a bit for us? Tell us about it before we show it.
So HP had approached for a campaign called Bend the Rules. The product could shape shift, if I may put it like that. It became a laptop.
Oh, it was a mutant.
Yeah, pretty much like coming out like that. It was a laptop, turned into a tab, and quite flexible. So using that as their diving board, they use Bend the Rules as a campaign, because as a product, you can't sell a product, you can sell an idea or an emotion.
He has been talking to a lot of brand managers.
Clearly.
You cannot sell a product. You can sell an idea.
What? So you need to make sure that you get the idea from the brand. So because it was one of the first times I was working with a brand, but we all came to an idea that Bend the Rules, who's the one who obstructs bending the rules is probably a chachi who's judging you. And so in that entire pitch of your teacher who doesn't like the fact that you're doing something offbeat. So you're kind of like fishing. Okay, everyone's on board. So that means there is some kind of a connect. That's the way I work. I'm not saying the right way.
Like Tinder.
Yeah, pretty much like this. That is great.
Brand Tinder.
It's exactly like that.
Please,
This
Abish,
swipe
you
right,
are
I
not
swipe
this
right.
successful on Tinder. Please, you calm down.
Hey, I'm off Tinder because I had zero match. I had a match with my manager because I took a phone and matched myself.
Wow, Abish.
Oh
Abish,
man,
if
Abish
you were
will
to
work with brands much better than Abish will work with Tinder. Let's check out his HP video. Everybody look towards the TV menacingly. The pensive of branded content.
Hi, my name is Society. You live your life in the fear of what I might say, think or do. That makes me feel really important. If you follow the rules, then I will shower you with.
Hi, nazar na lag jave.
And if you break the rules, then I will descend upon you with Satyanash.
पूरे खानदान की इसने नाक कटवा दी.
But then there are those smart ones who follow the rules yet do what they want to by bending the rules.
I want to bend the rules.
I want to bend the rules.
I bend the rules.
I bend the rules.
I bend the rules. I bend the rules.
I bend the rules.
Yay!
Right.
No, but what I
Back
like-
from the creepy binocular.
I got some money. Got some money, yeah. I got some money. I got some money, yeah.
No, but what I like about that video is you managed to take a product which is essentially a tech product and you managed to make it very relatable, which is what you'd want to do.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to sell something as technical as a product like that. And you made it very relatable. Everybody has that auntie, everybody has that uncle who says, "Ye mat karo, wo mat karo," whatever, right? So that's one way to go about it, I think.
Also,
in terms of
I really
creating
like it
content.
because I would share it because it's a funny video in itself.
This is the thing, right, with
Yeah.
brand videos, and this is whether it's an integration or whether it's a this thing video, is that the brand needs to piggyback on the content,
Correct.
not
Yeah.
the other way
Not
around.
the other
It
way
can't
around.
be the other way
Absolutely
around.
right.
The
Absolutely
brand's
right.
got to piggyback on fantastic content.
Yeah.
Why is it important for creators to work with brands?
It adds credibility. That's. I know it sounds very superfluous, but for other brands, it adds credibility that you worked with a certain brand. But to be on a very practical level, I made a funny sketch which I'm happy with. I'm not gonna fund money behind to promote it on social media or get people to do it. Brand has the money, that is a part of their plan. For me personally, it was one of the big things that I get from a brand. Every time I'm working with a brand, I really want the brand to push it out as much as possible. Like I will personally push it more because I'm proud of what I've done.
That's another learning from Abish, Mathew. Just make sure that whatever video you create for a brand is still a video that you are proud of and a video that you like doing.
Yeah, I think one video we had a lot of fun doing was this video we made for the Xbox.
Oh, sweet.
So the idea was to make it relatable and create content that would be shareable essentially. So I think the most obvious thing for us, given that we grew up in the 90s, when we grew up in a time when like the Xbox wasn't the thing, we had those cartridges that you had to blow into and all that.
Yeah.
So I think all that nostalgia was super fun for us to work on. So you guys want to watch the video?
Super.
Xbox on. I am the master of
Captain Sharma, there are only 9 opponents left. 3 of you take the left flank, I'll take the right flank and see you there. क्या कर रहा है शर्मा यार? क्यों मुझे बार-बार मार रहा है? Dude, look at these graphics, man. Graphics. Okay, go. Jump over the crate. The left. You see the left. Okay, screw the left. Shoot. शूट नहीं किया.
So damn. That's really funny, dude.
So much of nostalgia and so much of hilarity that automatically I really like it.
So what do we enjoy about gaming? What do we remember about gaming? What do we go through while gaming right now? And then you just sort of pour a little bit of Xbox all over that.
You made something that was very clearly an ad.
Yes.
And like the connect there was, I think, very simple. It was quite fun to watch.
Basically, Pepsi ad for the YouTube Fan Fest.
Okay.
Can we watch?
मेरे घर में एक प्यासी चुड़ैल रहती थी. रात को सोने ही नहीं देती थी. प्यासी हूँ प्यासी. मैं बहुत परेशान हो गया था. इसलिए मैंने एक तांत्रिक को बुलाया.
ये पी.
प्यास बुझ गई. पेप्सी बुझाए all kinds of प्यास.
I love that ad simply because, you know, Chudel. Biswa got his Chudel on.
Basically, the brand came and said, "Pyas, bujhaye sari pyas, pyas, pyasi, pyasi chudel, Pepsi bula." And the thing is, it probably wouldn't have worked with a lot of these. Oh, I want to do this, but it works so well
I
because
want
it's
to talk about
simplistically
the
done.
carbonation process and how it affects your soul.
Yeah. It was just simple
प्यास
like
बुझ
that.
जाता है.
One joke done very nice. If you look, this is the shortest video that we played so far.
Yeah.
And it's so good because you got the idea across and nikal gaye. Becomes like that, right?
It doesn't work without Pepsi. It's like Pepsi बुझाए all kinds of प्यास. इसलिए प्यासी चुड़ैल का प्यास बुझा.
Yeah. It's like guy with conflict, brand comes in, conflict over. It's like, I can rest now.
Classic advertising.
That's exactly what
Applied to
he's.
the
That's what you
digital
do with your corporate videos also. You're like looking at that. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Where did the thought process begin, or where did it come from? Genuinely.
Pyasi Chudel is an Indian thing which has not been explored. Like
Right.
worldwide, they might have done videos about thirst, all kinds of thirst, blah, blah. But Pyasi Chudel is such a cultural thing.
That's
that
true.
We know this is Chudel, and if it's प्यास, and we know it can't be extinguished because soul, मतलब उसका अंदर का
Soul के अंदर से प्यासा है.
प्यास है. If Pepsi can extinguish that, it's best.
There's a lot of thought put into it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is. And the weird thing is, no, that's the thing, right? And that's the good thing about comedy. It sounds ridiculous on an idea level,
Yeah,
but
but
that's why it works.
Like example, I know if I would read that script, I'd be like, there's got to be something more. But your pass, it sold the video to me from top to bottom.
Alright, so let's do this quick exercise. We do these sort of rapid fire / exercise things. I think it'd be fun to do in this episode is, let's pick a product, a random product. Let's just pick a product and let's just do an exercise on what sort of brand ideas we could come up with for pick a product. Chal, these binoculars, whatever, eye binoculars, they're binoculars with eyes.
Binoculars. It's a product, but what do you want to sell?
Okay, I want to sell like it's got the best clarity at the best distance. Best.
Yeah, it's really
Best
effective.
clarity at the best distance. Best.
It helps you see far.
I'm gonna make an ad with bad chroma and where there's a Hubble telescope flying at this point in time and it crashes and some white guys who've been hired in India, he's like, oh no, ye to kharab ho gaya hai. And then some guy eating some pan gets onto a flight, chromas goes up, takes out the lens, attaches binoculars and does this. Like ridiculous ad.
I would do a video जहाँ पे starts with Galileo और एक आंख में देख रहा है, ठीक है? Then it cuts to Aryabhat, एक आंख में देख रहा है, okay? Then it cuts to some other side, एक आंख में देख रहा है, and in the end, fact, all three of them went blind, hence binoculars. आपके दोनों आंखों के लिए.
With UV protection.
Yes.
It's two birds, like super remote mountains, just one mountain और पास में और कुछ नहीं है.
Super
These two
relatable.
birds, and these two birds are there, and this one bird said like, this one bird is there and the other bird lands, and the bird is just like, चल ना, like नहीं कोई देख लेगा, चल ना, नहीं कोई देख लेगा, कोई नहीं है यहाँ पे, ना, do it, and then next day on like one bird watching website, video of these two birds, this guy is so. Okay, so before we go and before we wrap up this episode, I'm going to go around the table. Everybody, one tip for creators that they should keep in mind while making brand videos one at a time. Kenny.
Know clearly what your own personal brand is so that you can integrate another brand and have perfect synergy.
You sell synergy.
Yeah.
I'm from Bangalore.
Be patient with the brand. Explain to them what is it that you can deliver for them. If they do not do that for you, then might as well pass that too.
Stand your ground on certain jokes. If you believe that there are certain jokes or certain ideas or certain things that will work only in a certain way, or if the brand is being overtly pushy with its integration in a way where you know it's not going to work, stand your ground, because as a content creator, you do know a little better in this case.
make sure the video is funny even without the brand. Then obviously the brand integration will just make it better.
Don't get frustrated when you hit a creative roadblock. You might tend to do that given certain brand briefs. Just really hammer away at it until you find like the one thought or idea that you think would be a fun concept to build a sketch on, and then just sort of take it from there.
Alright, thanks for watching All Things Funny this week. Thank you, Kenny, Sebastian, Abish, Mathew. Go check out their YouTube channels respectively. They are both very, very funny people. And if you are brands, then please send karmic love money their way. Also, more importantly, remember this week is the Brand Challenge week. We will be dropping Brand Challenge videos from all of our contestants this Wednesday at 11 o'clock in the morning. So we're actually quite curious to see what they've come up with. We're quite curious to see what they've done with these brands. And we think one way or another it's going to be quite an interesting mix. For those of them that don't quite get it right, some point Friday we will be back here to eliminate a few teams and also set the next challenge as we're getting into the home stretch of this competition right now. On that note, boys, thank you so much for being here. Cheesy high five to end show.
Yeah.
Yay! Next week, we are shaking shit up, we are breaking shit down, and big things are happening in the branded content round.
Yes!